How to solve these exponential functions or equations? That looks a little bit complex, okay? So I will show you how to solve a quadratic equation because you're going to have to solve a lot of quadratic equations while solving exponential equations. So I told you what quadratic equations look like, right? It looks something like this: x squared plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. And I told you there are three methods to solve quadratic equations, which is the factorization method, completing the square method, and the formula method. All right, so I told you if you're solving this classical quadratic equation, x squared plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0, the idea is to look for two factors of 1 in which you multiply to get 1 and you add to get 2x. And those factors are x and x. So if I say x plus x, I will get 2x. If I say 1 times 1, I will get 1. So here I have gotten my factors. So I'm quickly going to strike them off here. So I'll quickly substitute them into x squared plus x plus 1 equal to 0. So I didn't do anything different here. I just changed 2x plus x. So we're going to put them in brackets. Remember, we're factorizing, okay? We are factorizing. So this is x squared plus x plus x plus x. So if you have x plus 1 plus 1, x plus 1. The common factor here is x. The common factor here is 1. So we're going to group these brackets. We're going to group these brackets. We're going to group these brackets, and we will have, so we'll continue here. Continue here. So we'll say x plus 1 into bracket x plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, x plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to minus 1. So this is a solution of a quadratic equation. So if we are meeting with exponential functions, right, which is the reason why I told you about quadratic equations. So we have a simple problem being 3 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 2, bracket x minus 1, minus 8, bracket 3, x minus 2 equal to 1. So we are asked to solve this equation or find x. Now it's an exponential equation because the powers have some unknown functions. The powers have some unknown functions. So we are going to break this down and then look for a common unknown, which is 3 raised to power x. And we'll say let 3 raised to power x represent p. So we'll say 3 raised to power 2. We'll open up this bracket, minus 2, minus 8, bracket 3, x minus 2 equal to 1. So we'll break it down easily. So if we break this down easily, using our laws of indices, we'll have 3x squared divided by 3 raised to power 2. Remember the negative law. Minus 8, 3x all over 3 raised to power 2 equal to 1. Remember the negative law. So remember, we're going to substitute 3 raised to power x as p, giving us p squared all over 3 raised to power 2 minus 8p all over 3 raised to power 2 equal to 1. So if we multiply both sides by 3 raised to power 2, what are we going to have? We are going to have p squared minus 8p equal to 3 raised to power 2, which is the same thing as 9. Right? So I'm going to quickly erase this part so that we can complete our problem. So we have a quadratic equation right now. P squared minus 8p equal to 9. Rewriting it further, p squared minus 8p minus 9 equal to 0. So we're looking for a factor of 9 that when you multiply, you will have minus 9. And when you add it up, you have minus 8p. And I think those are factors that are going to be minus p, plus p minus 9p minus 9 equal to 0. Remember, 1 times 9 gives us, 1 times minus 9 gives us minus 9. P minus P gives us minus 8. So if we group this into brackets, we say plus minus 9P minus 9 equal to 0. So if we begin to factorize, the common factor here is P. So we have P plus 1. If we factorize, the common factor here is minus 9. So we say P plus 1 equal to 0. So if we group this up, we have P minus 9 brackets P plus 1 equal to 0. So we have two functions. We have P minus 9 equal to 0, and we have P plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, P will be 9, and P will be minus 1. So let's continue on this side. So if P is equal to 9, knowing that P is 3 raised to power x, all right? And 9 is 3 raised to power 2. If we cross these 3 bases out, x is equal to 2. We may not use P equal to minus 1 because we will not get a good value, a real value. So our final answer for x is 2. So I did this solution so that you can understand at least an introduction of what exponential functions look like. Thank you for watching.